Hi, welcome back to topincomeops.com. I just wanted to do a really quick video today on organizing yourself and making sure that you're keeping your records and setting your budget for yourself as well from the start, so that you don't overspend if you are going to be purchasing things online, and so that you have a realistic budget that you can afford, that's not going to break the bank on you. For keeping your records, I would recommend that you use Microsoft Office or Word. So just open a new Word document, and I'm just going to show you how I keep mine so that you can see how you could possibly keep yours if you want. I'm just changing around the settings. I like 12 font, and I don't like the spacing between the lines. All I literally do is Control B, or just click on this B icon here, makes your words bold. So I literally put in website, tab across, put in username, tab across again, and put in passcodes, and then return, and then I'm going to remove that bold. Okay, so one of the first things that we've done already is been able to log into our cPanel. So I'm going to want to keep that password, username and password safe. So my website is mygardenbucket.com, and then for this I'm just going to put in brackets cPanel. Maybe I should tab this across once more. My username then was Orna M, and my passcode was 12345 ABCDE. Now that's obviously not my real passcode, but I'm just using an example here. As well as having the login for the cPanel at this stage, you should also have your login for your WordPress admin. So mygardenbucket.com, and then in brackets I'm just going to put in WordPress admin, and then my username for that, along with my passcodes. I'm just showing you records here so that you can see what you should do really from the start, because you are going to end up with a lot of passcodes and usernames, and some websites don't let you generate your own passcodes or usernames. Okay, so we have that document now created, so we want to save it. So in order to save it, we click on this icon up in the top left hand corner and click Save As. And this opens a new pop-up window which will let you save your documents into your libraries. Now I want to create a desktop shortcut, so I'm going to click on desktop, and then I'm going to click new folder. There's my new folder there, and I'm going to call this folder mygardenbucket.com, so that I know that everything that is connected to mygardenbucket.com is going to be contained in that folder. So in order to save that, just click away from the line, and that's automatically saved. Double click on that, or a single click depending on what you have your computer set to. You can choose different settings obviously with your own computers these days. There's nothing in this file, this folder. I'm just after creating it, so I'm going to save this document as site information, just so that I know exactly what it is, because obviously as we add to the website we're going to be adding to this folder, so I want to know that this information is safe and that I can access this if and when I need it. And click Save, and there you can see it's been saved up there as site information. So if I close this down here now, you can see there that my Garden Bucket folder has been created, and if I double click on that, there's my information. See? Nice and safe and secure, and I know where everything is when I need it. So the next thing I want to do is I want to just quickly do a spreadsheet with you. So I'm going into Microsoft Office, and I'm just using an Excel spreadsheet. Now, I know you're probably wondering how technically minded I am or how much of this I actually know before I get started, but I can tell you here, I don't actually know how to use the codes or how to put in specific formulas to add everything up at the minute. I'm still only learning. I just want to get the information to you as quick as possible so that you can start earning as much as I'm earning at the minute and really seeing the change that it can make in your life, especially if you have been under financial pressure for any amount of time. I understand the stress and the strain that that causes in every aspect of your life. So, I wanted to do just a simple spreadsheet for today, just so that I can show you. Now, I'm going to set my budget. I'm going to just Control B and put on bold there for myself again. And my budget for this month is going to be $50. That's not too much money. It works out at $1.61 a day. So that's the budget that I've set myself for this month for mygardenbucket.com. As I said, it's not an unrealistic budget. It's $50 a month. If you really want to grow your home business, you have to be willing to spend a little bit of money. But it's vitally important that you set yourself a budget, because if you're willing to spend money, don't just go around spending it. Pay attention to what you're spending your money on how much money you're spending every month, and try and stick to your budget. It's one of the most fundamental elements of being in any business. It's highly recommended you set a budget, something that you can afford. Never spend something that you cannot afford. Don't go and spend your rent money on your budget when you're just starting getting online. Okay, so what I do is I put in my date, purchased from. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a gap between these. I don't mind how far over it goes. I just want to make sure that I keep proper records, because this is tax deductible. That $50 multiplied by 12 months is $600 a year, and that is generally a tax deductible allowance. Obviously, check with your local tax advisor, or with someone that you know who knows about their taxes, or ring up a local accountant and just ask them really quickly over the phone. I'm starting out an internet marketing business. I'm thinking about spending money. Is it tax deductible if I don't make any money in my first year or two? And they will, I'm pretty sure, tell you yes. But take records of them anyway. Purchase from, reason for purchase. I like to keep reasons for purchase just so that you know what exactly you're spending your money on. You can help to cut down on any costs then if you find that you're purchasing things that you don't actually need, that you can find for free, or that you've figured out all on your own and don't need no longer need. And then US dollars. Okay. So on the 1st of July, from GoDaddy.com, I purchased a domain name, and the total cost of that was 14 US dollars. On the 13th of July, from HostGator, I purchased domain hosting. I got a discount when I purchased my domain name originally, but that discount isn't going to last, because I purchased on a recurring subscription. If you choose to buy it for the year or two outright, you get that deduction. As far as I'm aware, you get that deduction counted throughout the entire payment. But if you're paying on a monthly basis, you only get that deduction for the first month. So after my first month, my bill is going to be $8.95 per month. So I'm just going to record that as $8.95 per month, and then afterwards, after this here, I'm just going to take note this is a recurring payment, just so that I know that this payment on the 13th of July is going to be coming every month. That's my hosting, and I'm going to have to pay that every month, so I need to include that in my budget. Just change this and tidy it up a little bit, and that's it. So what I want to do is I want to rename this here, and I'm just going to call it July 2012, because what I'll do then is I'll do my budget for July on this spreadsheet, and then I'll open a second spreadsheet, and I'll do August, and then I'll do September, and on and on. And then if I can find a way to tidy them up a little bit and make them smaller or whatever, I will I will let you know as we get further down the line. But we're just doing the basics and the fundamentals here today, so it's fundamentally important that you keep records. I'd rather you keep records and keep them from the start than worry about how to do the formulas or how to get the spreadsheet all on just one sheet. Just save the records and make sure you keep them somewhere safe. So I want to save this. It automatically opens up on this documents library, but I want to save it to the folder I've just created on my desktop. So click desktop and then scroll down to mygardenbucket.com, double click that. Now there's nothing in here at the minute, there's no other Excel documents in here. You can see save as type Excel workbook. Now I'm going to save this as my expenses 2012 and then click save. So what you do is you just keep note of any payments that you make, and then when you get down to the end of the month, total them up, and then on the first of next month start a new sheet. I would recommend that you just save them onto a sheet each and just do that for each month, and then see how you get on. When we get further down the training, we might look into Excel sheets. I want to cover everything in my website. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be enough time during the day to record enough videos. So expenses, and there you can see I double click this, and there's that information. Okay. So that's how you organize yourself. All I have done there is I have just literally created myself a shortcut, a desktop shortcut to access my folder on mygardenbucket.com. I have my site information there in a Word document. Now you can save it in Notepad or WordPad or whatever documents you like using yourself. Personally, I just like Microsoft Word, and that's there. And then I have my expenses, and that's on an Excel spreadsheet. And this is your Excel spreadsheet then. And that's it. That wasn't so bad at all. See? Little baby steps, little baby steps. We'll get there eventually. That's the end of this video. But do come back. The next video I'm going to record is installing your WordPress theme onto your new website.